Oh, great. Twitch news today. The terrorist streaming platform that absolutely adores terrorists. One of their top people that stream with them have currently been sexually assaulted during one of their events. And they're doing a horrible job at covering this. This is Emiru, as you can see here. She is a female live streamer. This is not the first time someone has been assaulted, even sexually assaulted, at a Twitch convention. However, this will be getting attention because this was recorded live, publicly, and it is against a woman. A very, very beautiful woman. She's a League of Legends streamer, so she's basically one of those rare creatures that happen to be female and record League of Legends. Crazy, I know. I've never been big into League of Legends, thankfully. I've heard it's a really bad addiction. But here we have Emiru standing here, signing stuff with fans. There's this line of people here. So, like, you're supposed to wait in line, and this is what happens. This man, looks like a very tall white guy, comes through the line, immediately goes up to her, grabs her, starts doing really weird things, leaning in, getting real close to her face. She says, "Ow," and this guy comes up and pushes him off. So this is her own personal security guard. And pushes him off, thankfully.
Whoa.
He pulls out... What is that?
Whoa.
Is that a knife? That's something odd and weapon-like, in my opinion.
Whoa.
That looks like it could very easily be a weapon that this guy had. If he wanted to kill Emiru, Emiru would be dead right now. So, Twitch is a extremely unsafe, unorganized platform, and I am so glad I stopped streaming over there. I used to stream over there. It was a big thing for me. So, yeah, don't support Twitch. I'm not against everyone that's on Twitch. However, Twitch is an evil platform that doesn't care about its creators or its viewers, and they support terrorists. But as you can see, he is guided off premises.
Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
And Emiru is okay. I'm not sure what else happens here.
I might have filmed it. I was not looking. I kind of like heard a thud, and I was like, "What the heck was that?"
I thought you dropped something.
He didn't end up calling. I think this is him calling Twitch staff or the police. It's what you should do, realistically. And after basically blaming Emiru, this is Emiru, for this happening, this is what the CEO of Twitch was doing.
All right, guys,
just shortly
I'm not a trained
after.
professional. Don't try this at home.
So, yeah, this guy's a weirdo. Totally a weirdo. Probably should not be associated with... I'm not going to read this out loud, but, you know, I probably agree with this guy's statement. I'm not going to say he should lose his job. However, if anyone should, this is the guy. He did respond, and we might get into that, but for now, Asmongold actually covered Emiru's response. And before we get into that, actually, I want to go over this. This is all of the sexual assault claims at Twitchcons specifically, where Twitch did not respond very well. So, Emiru, this was 2025. Man crossed multiple barriers during a meet and greet, grabbed her face, and attempted to forcibly kiss her. Video captured at the event showing her personal security guard intervening while Twitch staff did nothing. Twitch issued a statement claiming the man was immediately detained and banned indefinitely. What was actually, they wanted to ban him for 30 days. So that's the same amount of time that you get for anything you do wrong that Twitch doesn't like, including, like, name-calling other creators. They also says, that Emiru said it was a blatant lie, and that he walked away freely for for hours until her manager pressed the issue. She reported security laughing about it. She started to feel unprotected and suggested other creators skip future events. Well, definitely. And why this is obvious is In a Box was sexually assaulted and drugged on her first night, hid in her hotel for the rest of the weekend out of fear. Hades Mythos believes she was drugged in a bar at an event. Did not get tested due to lack of health insurance as a Canadian resident. My opinion, Twitch should have paid for that. This is one of their people that they invited. They should have paid for this. Cats was a detailed account of an assault by a streamer, DRXX, likely DRXXED, I don't know what that is, including non-consensual physical contact and harassment. Full details are shared in a Google Doc. No direct Twitch response. Night Rose, sexually assaulted and harassed by IRL streamers, also faced aggressive security demands to unmask publicly. This is a VTuber. VTubers are typically not like super pro showing their face, like myself. To me, if you ever ask me to show my face, I'm leaving the event. I don't care. And I think everyone else who does the no face showing policy should as well. And even though she was actually facing stalking concerns. So she was told to unmask even though people were talking about literally stalking her. And Implol, or Nick Palome, sexually assaulted by another streamer on the convention floor. Video evidence exists showing non-consensual groping. Twitch did not press legal charges or pursue legal action. Victims and commentators like Asmongold noted this is a part of a pattern of inaction deterring female attendance. So, by this time, there was already the In a Box situation. And it's possible that Hades Mythos and Cats had already happened. And just this year, Night Rose and Emiru were both sexually assaulted and possibly drugged. With Night Rose possibly having been drugged. Oh wait, no, Night Rose was just the one that was forced to unmask. Which apparently they've also done to Chibidoki. I've heard that apparently they wouldn't let Chibidoki into her own event. And forced her to unmask, even though she's very much one of those I don't show my faces in public kind of people. She was supposed to go in a box where they would record her in the box and her VTuber would be on the other side. Why her voice wasn't enough? I don't know. She has a very distinct voice. If she could have just spoken to someone and had like a voice recognition software. If you had to do something, voice recognition software, fine. But yeah, no, they're doing this, these awful things. Valkyrie and Pokemon have apparently called for better protocols. However, they continue to stream on Twitch. They continue to defend it. There are less publicized claims, of course. You know, anytime you have sexual assault, you're going to have less publicized ones or less proven ones. Official statements often emphasize zero tolerance in bans, but victims consistently report these as performative with no on-site care or preventative measures. Of course, if you have a victim that you know of, you can contact rain.org. That's rain with 2 N's. Supposedly, this will actually help you. I don't know, but, you know, Grok seems to think so. But Emiru has actually talked about this, so we're going to watch Asmongold talk about her response.
I wrote fucking notes for this because there's so much stuff that I feel like needs to be talked about, which is also why I was very aggressive in my tweet earlier today, which is, I mean, you guys know me, I am never like that, but
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch Emiru. I haven't watched Twitch in years, but apparently she's been streaming since she was 15, so the fact that she still has an audience indicates to me, especially as a League of Legends player, that she doesn't cover controversy very much at all. Just, I don't know anyone that that would gain an audience as similar to what she does if she didn't, you know, shut her mouth more often, as they say. Twitch finna ban her to shut her up. Yeah, pretty likely, honestly.
Like, in a way, it's my responsibility, you know what I mean?
You got lied about,
because
and if you don't say something, they'll do it to somebody else.
This could have happened to anyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, for all we know, this could have already happened to someone.
It did.
It has already happened to people.
Small streamer, and someone just wasn't filming it.
It did in other years.
Which, okay,
yeah.
I'll just start.
It happened this year with Night Rose.
This by saying shout out to the guy who filmed it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because last night after this happened, I was thinking like, fuck, like I have to talk about this. Like people need to know that this happened. Like how am I gonna do that? And then someone happened to post it on Twitter. So thank fucking God I didn't have to figure that out myself.
Yeah, I'm so glad people actually record events like this. Just randomly. It's so important that like everything happens on camera. I can't say that enough. I hate that everything is on camera, don't get me wrong, because every part of your life is supposed to be private for the most part, but you go out and people are recording all the time. And it's gonna help you if you're a good person. Like Emiru here, she was a victim. This guy who did this to her is a perpetrator and deserves to be caught.
Which, okay, like I said, this is gonna be a mess because I'm not meant to be doing these kinds of streams.
GFL 2 is a game that combines the strategic complexity of turn-based squad combat with rich character progression.
Get out of here.
This is why I always did all the OTK addressing drama streams.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going.
They 100% would not have. And we know that because they typically don't put out official statements for this stuff. And the CEO who put out the official statement was later grabbing a woman and spinning her around and then dropped her on her face. Of course, that was consensual. However, during his condemnation of this event, most of it landed on Emiru and not the person who walked through and could have possibly killed her if they really wanted to. Because that would be taking personal accountability at least some minor level, and we know that they can't do that.
Going viral.
Of course not.
And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet.
Yeah, of course not. Because that would ruin Twitch. Twitch, their stocks are down right now, as far as I'm aware. People aren't going to Twitch as much. You need to actually have these people do stuff, or else Twitch is going to face more repercussions. And these guys will not face repercussions. They refuse to. You have to make them.
Interesting.
Like, maybe some people were, but, I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't.
She's like a huge female creator.
Extra security. No one reached out to her.
I've never heard of these people.
Oh my god!
Okay, so...
Of all the people!
Let's just start from the beginning, because I want to be able to run through everything before the show starts. The show starts in a fucking hour. Okay, my notes are a fucking mess. It looks like a schizo board.
Respect. Honestly, your notes should look like a schizo board, especially when you're going through what she has. I mean, like, they should just period look like that, but like, she has a reason.
But yeah, again, thank you to the guy that put it on Twitter. Thank you to the people that talked about it. because otherwise I don't know if anything would have been done or it would have been taken seriously.
I'm so glad that, like, I'm horrified that this happened, obviously, but I'm glad that this has happened publicly, so then people will actually have something done about it, because this has been happening for years, and we can only hope that Twitch does, because their people are not going to change. This has happened too many times before. We can hope Twitch goes away, but we can't imagine a world where these guys actually change, because this has happened so many times before and they don't do anything about it.
Straight up. So I'm just gonna go.
Also, I've seen people using this to, like, say we hate men. A man is the one who uploaded the video. A man uploaded the video. There was a man who stopped the guy. Okay? I get it. Men do bad things. But there were two good men in that situation. The man who stopped it and the man who recorded it and posted it. You can say, oh, well, the guy who stopped it was getting paid to stop it. You can say, oh, well, the guy who posted it just wanted clout. Okay, fine. But they did a good thing. But they'll look at the guy who did a bad thing and they'll say, oh, that was a man. We hate men. They'll look at the CEO, which is a man, a pathetic excuse for one. Both of these guys who are doing bad things are pathetic excuses for men. And they'll say, oh, we hate men. But look, the good people here, the good men here also exist. And when you say, oh, we hate men, you're not allowing the good people to be rewarded. You're saying, oh, well, you're just another man anyway. If you got lonely enough, you would have attacked Emiru yourself. That's awful. I don't like that people are doing that. I want to condemn that very clearly. But that's going to happen every single time a man does something to a woman. Like, there's this gender politics that are going on, which I absolutely despise, but eventually I'm probably going to have to get into that, so we'll see.
Through, from my perspective, what happened, what I saw, the order of events. So I was doing my meet and greet, and I've seen people saying that it was an obligation given to me, like to be a featured creator and to have my show, I had to do a meet and greet, which is true. Yep. I was told that I had to do a meet and greet, but as far
So she didn't even want to do the meet and greet. They forced her to. My gosh. Like, okay, maybe that's normal. Maybe conventions do that all the time. Let's find that out, actually. We can ask. Do conventions usually make you do meet and greets so you can do a show at the convention? Don't typically require meet and greets as a startup condition for participating or doing a show at the event. However, expectations and structures depend on the convention, the attendees' role, and their agreements with organizers. Here's a breakdown based on available information and common practices. Not mandatory, but common. They're often encouraged by creators, invited as featured guests or partners to engage the fans and boost the event's appeal. However, they're typically optional or negotiated as part of agreements, not a hard requirement. Okay, so she's saying she was forced to, despite the fact that these are typically optional or negotiated, but she's saying that she was forced to, from what I understand.
As far as I know, there's some people that canceled. Regardless, I didn't.
They told her that she had to.
It was gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So, I show up at 4. I'm doing my meet and greet. This happened about 30 minutes into my meet.
If my like favorite people ever don't want to do a meet and greet, and you force them to, and I find that out after I hung out with them, I'm sickened by the event. Okay, look, I met Meat Canyon at an anime convention not too long ago. If I found out that Meat Canyon did not want to be there, and the reason why he was selling his shirts is because he was forced to, like the convention forced him to, I'd be mad. Like, people should be mad at this. She didn't want to do that. They forced her to.
So I was probably only like 20 to 30% done with my meet and greet. I was just taking a picture with someone else, like completely normal, nice guy.
When's your meet and greet?
And then
I don't know how nice he was. I mean, like, he had blue hair and half of his head was shaven. I get it, whatever. I have a little bias against those kind of people personally. But, you know, like, he seemed like he wasn't going to hurt anyone, at least.
And I see, out of the corner of my eye, there's a guy walking around the side of the meet and greet. And he crosses in front of the meet and greet of the person to the left of me,
That's what I was telling
which
you.
is a VTuber. So he's able to walk up and in front of another streamer's meet and greet. And then he walks up to me and he's like walking with a purpose, you know what I mean?
Come on, dude. Come on. This is not the time for your stupid ads. Get out of here.
And he grabs me, but I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, but in my head, I'm like, it seems like he's supposed to be here, and then he leans in like he's gonna tell me something. So in my head, I'm like, maybe it's like
The
Twitchcon staff, like coming to let me know something, cause like.
Can you imagine actually thinking your assaulter is Twitchcon staff? She could be dead at this point. If this guy actually had a knife, like I think he did, her throat could have been slit by this point. She would still be thinking it was Twitchcon staff. And she'd be about to die.
Sometimes it'll happen where you're at an event and
It's alright,
someone
Kay,
will
you've
like
gotta
come
go.
up to like let you know something, you know what I mean? But I'm still like freaked out because he grabbed me. That's not normal. And then he grabs my face and he leans in and lips puckered tries to kiss me. And I start screaming. You can't hear it in the clip, but I'm fucking screaming.
You can hear it in the clip. It's like a very short squeal, though. I'm not sure if she screamed. She seems to be saying that she screamed actively. I heard like a very passive squeal personally, but obviously like in distress. I'm not saying passive in like ah. I'm saying like passive as in like very short, very broken. Which I don't blame her. Like, I would probably, if I was in her position as a small woman compared to this large man, I would probably do a short little squeal too and try to get away. I would be less focused on screaming, more focused on getting away.
My head off. And then my security, Twitch's security is like nowhere near me, nor to be found. I can see them, but they don't do anything.
It's cosmetic security.
Of course not. Because they don't know what's going on. For all they know, you have this set up.
My security jumps up and shoves the guy away from me and is like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And he's allowed to walk away and leave.
Yeah, you should have arrested him right there. At least citizen's arrest. Come on. Like, you have it on video. This guy sexually assaulted a public figure. This guy's a danger. He should not be on the streets.
Yeah, so then after this point, I did not see a lot of what happened here. This is just based off what people in the line told me. My friend Bonnie, who was there, told me, and Melissa, my manager, told me. So the woman who moved me away from the meet and greet was my personal manager. That was not Twitch staff. No one.
Yeah, so basically all the good people here are just random fans and people she hired.
And Twitch staff came up to me to like see what was going on.
How convenient.
My manager and Bonnie moved me to the back, and they're like hugging me and being like, do you want to finish your meet and greet, basically. And I was back there for like a minute, and I was like, you know what, like I want to finish it because like of all these people here that, you know.
Respect. Big respect. You didn't have to. I wouldn't have, personally. I would cancel events for less. Because, you know, you stop him once. and he's let go to freely roam. Next time, he could kill you. He could. This guy's a threat. You don't know he's detained? Maybe he has friends that hate you for turning him down, for not just letting yourself be assaulted. You don't know. This is the reality.
They're just nice, normal people. And I go back out there, and still there's no one from Twitch there. And the poor guy that I was taking the picture with originally, he's like fucking mortified, and he's like, what the fuck just happened? And again, God. No one from Twitch there. I say to this guy, I'm like, I'm sorry you had to see that, and he's like, no, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why am I having to tell the TwitchCon attendees and my fans, sorry you had to see that, and not like
the Twitch.
Someone from Twitch or Twitch security?
I don't... It shouldn't... It's so out of the realm of possibilities for me. If I had an event like this, you would not be able to walk up to someone like that. Just at all. Like, it's out of the realm of possibilities so much that I can't imagine my event needing to apologize for having seen it. Like, if I ran an event, there'd be absolutely no way something like that could ever happen. So yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, of course there was nobody that would apologize, because, like, if it was a good event, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. If they cared, it wouldn't have happened. But they don't care.
Anyway,
very interesting.
So I didn't see this. This is just what my friend and my manager were telling me. The Twitch security, like, kind of, like, got together after that, and we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't even see what happened, haha. And just, like, started talking about something else.
Of course, because they're not real security.
I guess they must also be the moderation team.
And then...
Oh, because actual terrorists are on the Twitch platform, and they don't do anything about it. They just act like they don't see it.
That's the events of what happened, just to, like, line all that up. But
oh, man.
I didn't talk at all about the aftermath of all of this at all, and I don't think anyone knows this, save for, like, maybe some streamers that I'm friends with that came to spend time with me or that I talked to last night. Whew, okay.
Here we go.
So I finished the meet and greet, and I was escorted back to my hotel by my one security guard. Oh, and also, by the way, I've seen clips, people bringing up clips of me talking about how my previous favorite security guard was permabanned from TwitchCon.
Yep.
Because at a previous TwitchCon 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, there was a stalker, and he held him by the arm until police got there, and because...
So, Twitch fired a guy for stopping a stalker? Not only do they not arrest the guy who physically sexually assaulted Emiru, they also fire and permaban people who actually do stop them, who do get them arrested. They're on the side of the criminals. It's typical leftist thought. You know, they're like, oh, if you stop a criminal, you're a filthy Nazi because you stopped a criminal. It's the same thing everywhere you go. I'm so tired of it, dude.
Because of that, he was indefinitely banned from TwitchCon. Like, from all of TwitchCon, not just the venue, because that was in Las Vegas.
Of course.
Anyway, that just a side note.
That's so annoying, dude.
Man, I wrote down a lot of
Totally
shit
makes
here.
a lot of sense.
Okay, can I just also say, what you guys are seeing here is character development. I've always been the person who never says shit. Like, I just want everyone to have fun and for things to go well. Why am I the person who has to do this?
Yeah, unfortunately, God has plans for us, and apparently, this is one of the ways he's reached out to you. He wants you to be active and talk about these kind of things. You know, Emiru, I am no one, so you won't ever see this. I'm almost positive. But, you know, Jesus Christ has a plan for you. And this is part of it. And he wants you to turn to him. And anyone who's watching right now, you know. These horrible things happen, but things happen for a reason. And God lets horrible things happen to us so that we may turn to him. Don't let horrible things just happen to you. I pray that Emiru finds God, especially through this event that has happened to her. I hope that she finds peace. But I think we got quite a bit of this to go, and I do want to get into the CEO's thoughts. So the CEO Twitch response Emiru. See if I can find this. See if I can find this. What is his name? I bet Decoy Voice would cover it.
This is where the story of Warborn begins. And this is the war of ours.
And I really feel like I was treated like cattle or merchandise.
Here we go.
Why is...
Soft eyes can see the whole situation. Emiru isn't making the assault on her, about her. She's thinking about how this was allowed and who might be next. As the Twitch CEO finally responded the next day.
One Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, got assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about...
So this is a whole day after. So he was actually flipping this woman and like touching all over her like before he made this response. And this is Taylor Lorenz. Oh my gosh. This is the pro-Palestine woman who supports Hamas. This is the pro-Hassan woman. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Let's see how she covers a streamer being sexually assaulted.
You know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety?
The safety of our creators is the top priority. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very...
What is he talking about? The people who you don't want to be there aren't there. Okay, yeah, you're an event who can prevent people from coming in too, you know?
Different, you know, when I use other short form content. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know, we're...
Okay, do something about it. You haven't done anything the past 5 or 6 times.
Looking very closely at everything that happened there.
The amount of victim blaming around this situation online is absolutely sickening, especially coming from Twitch's CEO. Saying it's the streamer's responsibility to attract creepy fans is basically an admission to, we know we cater to and take money from.
Okay, I'm not sure if he's saying that. I can see where he's coming from. What it seems like to me is he's saying that it's not like it is online. It's different when you go in person, but that's his problem, you know? Like he's the event runner. He should be doing the job as the moderator. He should say, "Hey, we're gonna ban people who are, you know, like known for being creeps, known for doing all these things, known for being criminals." And we're going to enforce laws. We're going to have security officers. We're going to have all this stuff set up. That's his job. So I don't know why he doesn't seem to take accountability for that all that much.
These insane and dangerous individuals, so make sure you watch out for that. Now, her streamer friend did show how she suddenly got issued new security guards.
I actually have 2 security guards that only deal with Amazon executives exclusively, like very high-ranking executives.
And I know she's not saying this, but the subtext is Twitch admits this is not a safe space for girls, but safety is only reserved for our top-tier earners. As Emiru also acknowledges, if she wasn't a live stream star surrounded by cameras, Twitch likely would have just shrugged and ignored this. Only after the attack went viral, they'll do the bare minimum to protect her and her celebrity friends. But that doesn't mean these psycho fans aren't on the platform or even left the convention. It just means those predators will prey on different targets.
I'm not
Yeah, that's why you have them arrested.
usually the type of person to talk about this stuff, but it's like, well, did I lie about anything? No.
From
like,
what I've seen of her video, she didn't
you're gonna
lie.
be mad at me for telling, like, the things that y'all did wrong?
They're probably gonna ban her, realistically. They're gonna find a reason.
It's like, you gotta just deal with it, not there, or you're... that's another thing. I could've fucking died yesterday.
Yeah! That's what I'm saying! Dude! She could have died thinking that guy was still Twitch staff. And she knows that now, but did she know that when she went back out there? Because, you know, people with a less clear head, they'll go back out there and they won't know that. And they'll get killed. Hey, I do that. I do the little salute thing. I do that in real life all the time.
I don't know this girl, but I genuinely hope she gets help through this, as this was a 48-minute live stream that I'd significantly trimmed down, and it's filled with moments just like that. As I've sporadically spoken...
It was. That's why I stopped watching it on recording, which I can't edit.
...about when a guy tried to stab me back at my old job. And it's just weird how your brain makes you think you're okay. You can casually talk about it and laugh it off the same exact way Emiru is, but still
obviously
stuck in the brave face for your friend's face.
Any person can be walking on the street and get assaulted. Like, yeah, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. But why do I have to worry about that happening at
an event where you should have security guards that are armed to the teeth?
Convention for the place that I work? Because a lot of these tickets are sold via meet and greets, like what I was doing. And I really feel like I was treated like cattle or merchandise. Cause why is no one there making sure I'm safe like a person? Why are the security guards joking and laughing and like, oh, I didn't even see what happened?
I bet they hired those security guards off of like some random hiring recruitment site like Indeed. I've been hired as a security guard on Indeed, and let me tell you, most of the people that are doing that suck. They suck. I was probably the only one that took it seriously. Also, I didn't get paid. So, unrelated.
It's crazy, man. I wanna play fucking Mega Bonk, bro. I don't even care if I lose any like opportunities or anything for talking about this, because it's fucking insane. And another thing I've realized is sometimes if you don't say something, no one else is going to.
Oh, by the way, Red Bull's a sponsor. For her, not for me.
Sometimes you have to be the one that, you know, steps up and starts the conversation.
On the plus side, she's probably going to hit this goal. You know, she's probably going to hit that goal. She'll probably be banned before she does, but she'll hit it.
I understand she's not a direct employee of Twitch or Amazon, but she's basically...
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. They pay her. They send her checks. They send her emails. You know, like... She doesn't have a schedule, sure. She's not coding for the company. but she works directly for Twitch and Amazon.
Being a whistleblower for the entire industry, which takes a lot of bravery.
And I know
James
on,
is
dude.
a man in love, but he's a man who's been burned by.
there's some people at Twitch
James is probably the guy who did what he did. Stop!
and Amazon watching right now. Please just listen. Like, people aren't saying this for no reason. Like,
Look at that. She's basically got half of what she needed since the last clip.
I feel like you guys don't get it or something. Like, I could have literally been stabbed yesterday.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
She won't go to another TwitchCon.
I have also seen people asking if I'm like taking any type of legal action. I am pressing charges against the guy with the police.
Okay.
As for anything
so
else,
they know who he is then.
I don't know yet because
Jeez.
I've been having my manager handle all of those like side conversations. So I have no idea, but I don't. It's just not okay.
I think she's definitely suing, and rightfully so.
Definitely rightfully so. I'm very happy to see that. Hopefully she wins her court case. They get her all the money that she could ever need from this, this guy. He doesn't deserve to be free. He needs to be behind bars. He needs to not be free. Specifically, needs to be in jail. Please. Some people may say death penalty. I'm not going to say death penalty. But some people who have valid opinions would say death penalty. Valid opinion. Valid. Anyway, that's what I know about this so far. Hope you guys are doing okay, and pray for Emiru. She's probably going to need it. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day.